SummerSlam 1998, and it's the highway to hell, and this one's a classic, isn't it? What? Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this. It's another episode of 1998, Was It Great? And it's August 1998, and that can only mean one thing. It's the end of the highway to hell. It's SummerSlam 1998. Hello again everyone, I'm Marc P. I hope you're all good. Highway to Hell by AC/DC is such an incredible tune, isn't it? It fits this pay-per-view fucking perfectly. It's the 10th annual SummerSlam, and we are live at Madison Lies with 21,588 fans on hand. 3 dark matches to tell you about tonight. The first one, check this one out, is Too Much defeating LOD. Now, I rip on LOD quite a lot on this series, as you can probably imagine. Well, come on, you're losing to Too Much in a dark match. Doesn't get any worse than that, does it? Well, what that? They're doing an alcoholic storyline on Raw? Yeah, I guess it does. Second dark match was Gangrel, who made his debut a few weeks earlier, defeating Dustin Runnels. And thirdly, we see the DOA guys beating Vader and Bradshaw. How gutted are you that you missed those 3, unless, of course, you were there live, in which case you saw all 3 of them. I'd love to know down below if they're any good. Showed a Buyrate of 1.6. Now, bear in mind that the WCW pay-per-view in July did a 1.5 with all those big celebrities on it. Shows just how hot the WWF was getting. Really started to kick into gear now. 1.6 is approximately 700,000 buys. Shall we get on with it? D'Lo Brown defeating Val Venis in a good opener. He says it, Val cuts his promo at the start. He says he came, he saw, and then he came again. And all the ladies in the crowd go, woo! And I'm sat there going, that's not a good thing. It doesn't tell you how long he actually shagged you for. He's just telling you that he ejaculated twice. He might have lasted 30 seconds for all we know, but hey, the ladies love it. So Brown is now from Helsinki, Finland, which is nice. No, he's doing a different city every time, or a different country every time. Al Snow would resurrect this one in 2000, I think he was, when he was European champion. It's something different. Brown uses a chest protector to assist in squashing Val in the corner until he goes to the well once too often. Val hits a nice spine buster for 2 as we see Edge in the crowd, called The Edge by Jerry the King Lawler. Val tries a sleeper, but Brown counters into a nice back suplex. Val gets a lovely exploder suplex, but eats a clothesline as he tries to get momentum going. Scoop slam and a leg drop gets 2 for Brown, who follows up with a spinning heel kick for 2. An elbow off Brett's rope also gets 2. Val sells the back as he can't lift Brown up for a suplex, and a quick as a flash, Brown turns the suplex attempt into a Dexter's Globally, which you know I'm going to love. Gets a big pop from this New York crowd. Brown goes to Brett's rope again and misses a senton, allowing Val to get 3 hits to the chest on the protector. He's hitting the chest protector, and Jim Ross says, well, I don't know how much protection that actually offers. You know, so that's a nice little point. Val falls on that bias backdrop. He goes up top, wanting the money shot, but in a superb spot, Brown counters the move into a powerbomb in midair. That looks absolutely fantastic. Only gets 2, great near fall. Perfect DDT puts Val on the top of his head for another near fall. Brown wants the sky high. Val counters into a power slam for 2. Again, that looked good. And I like how now they've both countered each other's aerial move. So like the lowdown and the money shot have both been countered. That's fantastic. Butterfly suplex and a scoop slam for Val, who goes up for the money shot and lands on the knees of Brown. Brown drops Val into the attempt of power slam. That does not look nice, and the commentators say it's the commentator says due to the perspiration. That's good. So he hits the running bomb. Does not look nice. It really does not look pretty. The lowdown misses, Val pulls the chest protector off and hits a power slam. He then puts on the chest protector on himself and goes up top. The referee tries to stop him and from going up top for some reason, accidentally pulls him down. And you're going, oh, bad juju's going to come for that. Atomic drop for Val. He then shoves the ref, and that draws a disqualification at fucking 15:31. So check this. The way I look at it is decent match. Yeah, hot crowd, good action. Great near falls, because there was some superb near falls in this. absolutely dog shit finish. Oh god, this was a 3.5 star match, right? I promise you. I think the best thing I can say about this match here is I enjoyed it that much that I'm only going to knock off half a star for that finish. How's that sound? Because that finish was plain straight up bollocks, alright? Straight up bollocks. In the back, Michael Cole. Oh, sorry, I missed a bit. Val hits the money shot on the referee after the bell, because he can. I'm just... Excuse me. I don't know where that came from, middle of summer. Yeah, Val hits the money shot on the referee after the bell because he should, because he deserves it. Alright? In the back, Michael Cole is in back of a hearse that had appeared earlier on. Austin has smashed it up. Mankind's there, and he's not very happy about it. It was actually Mankind's car. Austin smashed it up because he thought it was Taker's. Next, the Oddities, which is Giant Silver, Golga and Kurgan taking on and defeating Kaientai, which is Taka Michinoku, Men's Dio, Dick Togu and Sho Funaki in a crappy handicap match. So, Taka Michinoku is now part of Kaientai, and you're wondering what's happened there. Well, he turned heel on Val Venis as part of the whole joppy up BB angle, which didn't go down because of shrinkage and all that. Good for him, eh? Oddities have the insane clown posse with them, and they do some rapping. And I want to commit murder every time whichever one of them gets... They're on the mic, right? This, to me, isn't rapping, alright? They're going, hands like this, hands like this, hands like this, hands like this, and not stopping saying, hands like this, until the entire arena is doing it. It's like, right, there's one guy in the front row not doing it. I'm going to keep doing this until you do it. Hands like this, hands like this, hands like that, for over... sort of thing. Shut up doing that. The Oddities. The Oddities. Golga is the former Earthquake. Kurgan is a former member of the Truth Commission. And Giant Silver is the single ugliest man in the history of the world. They have Luna Vachon with them, which is nice. They're classic Attitude Era, these guys are. Classic. Bring up the Attitude Era. What, you want people like this? What I mean by classic Attitude Era is, we remember them. They were fucking shite, but we remember them, which is Attitude Era 101, isn't it? It really is. I bet anyone watching this, if you were a wrestling fan at the time, you can remember the Oddities. If you got into wrestling 5 years later, you'd probably go, who? You know, it's one of those. Match is pure comedy, and it does raise a couple of smirks, alright? The Kaientai crew bump like absolute bosses for them, I mean, absolute bosses. Because, of course, this is the WWF. Blonde of the Giants and size matters. So even though Golga is the only decent one of the crew, Giant Silver is shockingly bad. He's massive and Kaientai aren't. So Kaientai do the bumping. It's just that simple. What can we say about this one? Golga gets quad teams until he can get a quad clothesline and tag in... I've written it down. It doesn't quite look right. It's... And get a 1 degree tag to Kurgan. I mean, it's silence. It's not a hot tag. It's not a mild tag. It's a raised it 1 degree tag. That looks so funny on the page and just doesn't work, does it? Never mind. Kurgan cleans house. Luna hits a scoop slam on Yamaguchi-san. Then we get a double choke slam. So there's 4 guys, all get choked on by the 2 of them for the win. Match goes 10 minutes, way too long. Going into it, you expect it to be a negative stars, so a dud rating is actually quite fair, I think. Next, X-Pac defeating Jeff Jarrett in an OK Hair versus Hair match. On Heat, Jeff Jarrett and Southern Justice have cut Howard Finkel's hair. Well, what's left of it, I suppose. So, out comes Finkel with X-Pac, and watching him do the crotch chop and shouting, "Suck it!" is cringeworthy. I'm sure at the time I thought it was... Sure, watching this live, I thought that was the best thing ever. I bet I did, yeah. Watching it back all these years later just makes you go, oh, Howard, why would you do that? Pac hits a springboard crossbody to the outside that does not look nice. Jeff responds with a pair of nice drop kicks and then posts Pac really, really hard, and it makes you cringe. No blade job, I'm afraid, which you'd expect from Jeff, but Jeff did the move, so fair enough. Jeff gets 2 off a power slam. Pac gets a nice toward ODT, which fires up the crowd into a "Let's go X-Pac" chant. And you sat there going, God, X-Pac was over, wasn't it? Shit. It wasn't just X-Pac sucks. Look, at this point, we liked X-Pac. Isn't that crazy? Main event sleeper by Jarrett. Pac tries one of his own, but he's put on the top rope. Jeff joins him on top, but he's knocked off, allowing Pac to try a cross body. Jarrett moves out of the way and covers for 2. Pac misses a spinning heel kick, so Jarrett slaps on a figure 4. Second one is countered. Pac gets a comeback on with a suplex, a spinning kick, and the fucking Bronco Buster. Jarrett tries a cross body. Pac rolls through for a near fall. Jeff wants a Rana, but it's turned into a sweet sit-out powerbomb, which gets 2. Bronco Buster misses as Jeff gets a boot up. Howard does not like this one bit. Hey, that was a low blow, referee. So Howard Finkel gets absolutely twatted off the apron. But of course, this leaves him wide open for the X Factor, and which gets a ridiculous near fall. I wrote out, when it happened, right, I wrote out, which allows the X-Pac, which allows Jeff Jarrett to be distracted, allowing X-Pac to hit the X-Pac for the win. I actually wrote for the win, because I was so sure that was it. No, 1-2. Out comes Southern Justice. They try to attack Pac with a guitar, but it misses, allowing Pac to get the instrument and smash it into Jeff's face for the win at 11 minutes and 9 seconds. Match was alright, it didn't have much flow to it, the big spots were good. Jeff Jarrett gets shaved after the bell until he can bail through the crowd. Of course, at the end of the day, this is more serious, Jeff. It made me smile. At the start of the match, he comes out, right? He comes out and he says, I've just got some advice for you, then doesn't say anything. And the thing is, the camera pans to the crowd, so you start going, yes? What's the advice? And when it comes back, it's Jeff holding his guitar up, and on the back it says, don't piss me off. But he sat there, that looks so awkward. Like, I've got some advice for you, is what it looks like. It's like you've forgotten what he's going to say, because, like I say, it's like me saying, I've got some advice for you. They're going, and you just left looking at the posters. And I'm actually holding it like, it's here. Method Man is in the crowd, which is nice for him. Doc Hendricks shows us the Lion's Den for the first time. And then Michael Cole is with The Rock, who had battered Triple H's leg on Heat. Sable and her mystery partner defeated Marc, Mero and Jacqueline in an okay mixed tag match. The feud continues. Sable has a mystery partner, and it's Edge! Woohoo! Making his pay-per-view debut. Woman versus woman facing women, men face men. It's not an intergender match. I mean, it's got Bill Apter at ringside, which for some reason makes me smile every time I see it. Weird. Edge counters an early TKO, attempting to a nice DDT. Sable is ungodly over here. It's crazy just how over she is here. And she batters Jackie. When Mero tries to stop her, she boots him in the balls. Why not? Jackie stops her hitting the Sable one, Jackie stops Sable hitting the Sable bomb on Mero, so Jackie eats a TKO for her troubles. Edge hits a truly stunning tope suicida to the outside. It's the hang time he gets on it is absolutely ridiculous. It really is. And then he spanks Jackie because he can, which gets him over. Inside, he gets 2 off a super net breaker, and then heel miscommunication leads to a 2 count for Edge. Sable hits a Rana on Mero. Jackie comes off the top, lands on Mero, then gets squashed into the corner, Jackie falling onto Mero's balls. Hilarity ensues. Downward spiral by Edge, and then a wheelbarrow splash gets the win for Sable. Match was okay, nothing special, but it did its job. And I'll tell you this much, yeah, the one thing I came away from this one is that Marc Mero was trying his absolute damned hardest to make Edge look good. Everything that Edge did looked superb. A lot of that was obviously down to Edge doing the moves, but a lot of it I also think was down to Mero. Mero tried his absolute hardest to make him look like an absolute player. In the back, Mankind talks to Cole. He wants to forfeit the match tonight because he's got no partner. Michael Cole makes him mad by saying that people should get their money's worth, but then Vince appears to try and soothe Mick. He offers him, he says, if you go out there and defend those tag team belts, you'll be part of history. So, you know, he does. There we go. Ken Shamrock then defeated Owen Hart in a good Lion's Den match. Oh, what? I can hear my younger viewers cry, a Lion's Den match. Noticing once again that UFC was getting popular, they tried the Brawl for All, and that bombed like a bandit. Although, I must confess, right, watching the Raws that I do to lead up to these pay-per-views, watching Bart Gunn knock Dr. Death Steve Williams out was fantastic, because it was so... it was almost like, you could almost feel that, oh, for fuck's sake, because all our plans go down the toilet. Also, watching Bart Gunn knock out The Godfather was also fun. If you like real fighting, it's all good. But yeah, we've got a small style octagon, basically. We've got a small cage. The cage is not even in the arena, it's next door in Madison Square Theatre. So I really like this match. I know a lot of people don't, alright, but so it goes like this way. So Shamrock starts fast, throwing Owen into the cage. He then tries an armbar and unloads with punches. He has a back suplex, then locks on a sleeper. Owen goes low to escape because he can, because there's no rules, and Irish whips Ken into the cage. He no-sells the shit out of that, hits a stiff clothesline and some hard knees to the face, busting Owen's mouth open. Shirt assisted snapmare, if that makes sense. Shirt around the neck, snapmare. Makes Owen mad, so he uses his cage as a weapon, throwing Ken into it various times. Backbreaker by Owen, and here's the thing, it's all because the match is so fast. There is no selling at all in this one. This is just two men who fucking hate each other, battering each other, and it's wonderful for it. Sharpshooter is countered, so Owen tries to hit a Rana, but that is countered into a powerbomb. Now, I'm guessing the canvas here hasn't got a spring underneath it, so that powerbomb must fucking hurt. Ken springboards off the cage with an elbow. He does this a few times in the match and each one is great. The next time he tries it though, it's turned into a power slam by Owen though. That's amazing. In a superb spot. I mean, it's superb. Owen puts the sharpshooter on, yeah, and Ken crawls to the cage like he's expecting a rope break or something. There's no ropes, there's no rules, so there's no rope breaks. So Ken, because he's meat-hard or he's just ridiculous or whatever, actually, with his arms, climbs up the cage to break the sharpshooter. Now, I know from a personal experience that a sharpshooter, if you're on the ground, doesn't hurt. It's when you push your arms up that it hurts, yeah? Climbing up this cage like this must be torturously painful on the arms and on the chest and on the back of Ken Shamrock. It looks so good, though. He climbs the cage with his arms, like I say, but Owen breaks it, so it works. Lovely tornado DDT by Ken, followed by some stiff kicks, dragon sleep by Owen. Ken walks up the cage to escape it. Fantastic, absolutely superb. He uses an 8 armbar to take Owen down and then gets the win with the ankle lock at 9 minutes and 16 seconds. Now, Dan the Beast 7 had been Owen's trainer coming up into this one. They'd had a 3-way match, I think, a couple of weeks ago on Raw. Dan 7 walks away in utter disgust at Owen losing. Utter disgust. I enjoyed this one a lot. It's intense, it was stiff. There's no resting or selling or anything like that, but what were you expecting in a match like this? Really, really enjoyed it. In the back, Austin, complete with his genuinely brilliant Smoking Skull title belt, talks to Cole. He says he respects Taker more than anyone there, but he'll do whatever it takes to keep his championship. Why not? Oh man, I couldn't stand this one. As the new Age Outlaws defeat Mankind in a handicap no disqualification match to win the tag team title. And I'm sure you remember when I did my fully loaded review, Austin and Taker, had defeated Kane and Mankind to win the tag team belts. That's a difficult thing to say, apparently. Well, 2 weeks later, they lost them back to Kane and Mankind in a 4-team match. I also had the new Age Outlaws in. I think it also had, was it Rock and Mark Henry, maybe? It's revealed that Kane and Taker have been in cahoots for a while, so Kane isn't here. So Foley gets the shit kicked out of him. I mean, quite literally, 7 minutes of Foley getting owned. He gets one move in a hip toss through a table, and that is it. At one point, there's a cover that it gets a 2 count. They play the Outlaws music. The New York crowd, quick as a flash, you fucked up, chant. Spike Pile Driver on a tag belt, gets the win. 7 minutes. Match. I don't know what they were trying to go for here. I really do not know. I just don't. Are they trying to make Mankind more sympathetic? I mean, if they're turning Mankind face here, it worked. But as an actual match, this was garbage. Speaking of garbage, hey, now there's a nice segue. These ones don't write themselves, for God's sake. The Outlaws have brought a dumpster with them in a nice little touch to their match at WrestleMania 14. But, oh, God, here's Kane. They dump Mankind into the dumpster, and Kane's in the dumpster. He's got Mankind's sledgehammer they had earlier on. Wax. Nasty sounding shot, actually. I mean, he probably just hit the bottom of the dumpster, but it sounded horrible. Yeah, match was rubbish. Next are 2 main events. Okay, we're going to go through these one. I mean, you probably noticed I've gone through every match here so far, apart from maybe the Oddities one, because it's just, these are all enjoyable matches, apart from that last one. And the Oddities one. So, Triple H defeating The Rock in a superb ladder match to win the Intercontinental Championship. This is a culmination of months-long feud between DX and The Nation. Going into this one, I'm not as excited about it because, excuse me, they've got the 2 factors of, one, the benefit of hindsight, which of course we know what these 2 are capable of, but in a year and a half's time, not now. And the reason for that is, of course, is the second fold, is that the match at Fully Loaded wasn't really very good. You know, so yeah, okay. But as I said earlier, Rock injured Triple H's leg on Heat, so we only have some Brucey bonus points for targeting and selling the leg. The DX band play Hunter to the ring, not as bad as their Mania performance either. Chyna has definitely had some work done since Fully Loaded to her face. I put Fully Loaded in just to see, yeah, there are notices. You can definitely see the difference. Also, she appears to have ditched the entirely black outfit, so she's wearing like a light green outfit here. It does make her look more feminine. We'll give her that one. So, Rock starts this one off by calling Hunter a punk-ass motherfucker, and we get it on. We get a slugfest. Face busted by Hunter. Rock bottom is countered. Pedigree is countered. They brawl in the entranceway using the barrier and the ladder as a weapon. It's Rocky who puts the ladder in the ring first, and we get our first slow climb of the match. First one, it's like hardly anything's happened. Oh, so tired. Don't like the slow climb at all. Hunter comes off Brett's rope to knock Rocky off, but the ladder falls down on Hunter. Hunter smashes the leg into Rock's sternum a few times. Each looks nasty. Triple H climbs Rock, yanks him down. He lands badly on the injured leg. Rock, yeah, I sort of take notice here. Rock goes to work on the leg straight away because he's amazing. Check this out, yeah? Driving elbow onto it, stomping the shit out of it, drops the ladder onto it, then traps the ladder and stomps on the traps the leg in the ladder, stomps on the ladder, and then that's not enough, gets a chair, smashes that into the ladder, and then wraps the leg around the ring post, whacks it in a couple of times, sets up a ladder between the barrier and the apron, and does a shin breaker onto the ladder. Leg, smashy, smashy, smashy. Brilliant. I mean, absolutely faultless, right? Rock climbs again, very slowly, allowing Hunter, why not, to stagger up, using the ropes to pull himself up. He knocks Rock off and sells the mother frickin' leg like a boss. Hunter gets the ladder out of the ring, which is clever, you know, if his leg's so fucked he can barely stand, push the ladder out the ring. Brilliant. Jim Ross says that's a smart move. Hunter is catapulted into the ladder on the outside. They brought the entranceway again. Hunter wants a pedigree on the ladder, but predictably gets backdropped. Hunter has taken tons of punishment in this match. Mark Henry puts a second ladder in the ring because the first one's broken. You notice the catch has gone on it. So like, wow. Rock slow climbs. Obviously, Hunter fights off Henry and stops Rock just in time. Hunter hits a baseball slide into Rock's face, busting the champion open. Hunter climbs with one leg. Rock desperately knocks him down. Rock sets up the ladder in the corner. He tries an Irish whip Hunter into it, but Hunter this is brilliant. This is one of those counters that I really like. Ladder in the corner, yeah? Rock tries to Irish whip him. Hunter counters it, so Rock just puts the brakes on, turns around, DDTs Hunter because he can. It's one of the, yay, I like that. Rock climbs slowly. Hunter slowly joins him. Rock knocks him off, but the way Hunter lands means he bounces off the ropes into the ladder, knocking Rock off. Very, very nice. Have to add here, the crowd have been going mental for everything. The crowd have been so into this match you wouldn't believe it, and they're getting louder and louder and louder. And at this point, Scoop Slam on the ladder and the people's elbow. Wow, the reaction is ridiculous. Rock bomb. Rock climbs, gets knocked off, and pedigrees to an equally bonkers reaction. Mark Henry throws powder into Hunter's eyes. He climbs up the ladder still, but he can't see the bell. That's a nice little touch. Rock joins him up top. They have a slugfest. Chyna comes in, goes low real hard, allowing Triple H to get the belt to a thunderous pop at 24 minutes and 10 seconds. Super storytelling, big spots, good brawling, hot crowd, decent length, and let's be 100% honest here, guys, a career-making performance from both men. If you want to give it the full beans, go for it. Go for it. Go for it. It's one of those things, it's, right, I gave the Michaels, Razor Ramon ladder match at WrestleMania 10 the full beans, so it's like, why don't I give this one the full beans? Like, I don't know, so full beans it is. Steve Austin defeating The Undertaker in a good main event to retain the WWF Championship. So here we go then, the end of the highway to hell. But no build-up package, which is odd. There was one at the start of the show, don't get me wrong, but there's not one here. Kane is not going to interfere. Taker has promised or has said that he will not interfere. Taker's theme, Christ, it's amazing. Austin's pop threatens to blow the roof off the Garden. It really does. Slugfest leads to a drop toe hold by Austin, who transitions into a key lock. Taker misses an elbow, but hits a hot shot for 2. Austin starts to work the leg, whacking it into the apron, and then round the ring post. Taker comes back with a flying clothesline and a choke slam, but choke doesn't bother selling the leg because because he's dead, I guess. Fuck selling. I'm dead. Austin counters the old school, and here's Kane, but Taker tells him to go to the back, like he promised. Austin back to working the leg, but Taker gets a chokeslam. It's over. It's actually over the ring ropes. So it looks like Taker sort of staggers. He picks him up and sort of staggers as he goes in. Jim Ross, quick as flash, covers it by calling it a running chokeslam. That's why Jim Ross is one of the best. Absolutely superb. We brought the entrance into the crowd, then back to the ring. Stunner is countered. Austin is rammed into the ring post on the outside. Taker preps the Spanish announce table and puts Austin on it. And then in a classic spot that we've all seen 1,000 times, Taker goes to the top rope and hits a leg drop off the top rope through the table. One problem, table doesn't break, but damn, it is a nasty looking spot. It really, really is. Now I've lost my place. Austin bleeds from the mouth as he kicks out at 2 in the ring. Slugfest leads to a double KO. Thesz press and the elbow by Austin. Stunner again is countered. Chokeslam. Tombstone is countered. Stunner is blocked. Taker dumps Austin. Testicle first on the ropes, hits a Russian leg sweep. Taker does the zombie sit-up. First time in a certain only time in the match. And once old school. But Austin goes low as the Deadman comes down, and one stunner, and it is all over. I think it went about 20 minutes, and then in a classic little act, Taker hands over the belt to Austin after the bell. Good match. Nothing special. I think this is one hell of an overrated match. And yeah, not a patch on the ladder match, in my opinion. Okay, so here's how this one goes, alright? Nice and simple. The ladder match is amazing, and a lot of people seem to think that main event is fucking fantastic. I mean, I watched this one with my friend Dan Agar. I've got his ratings here. They're all considerably lower than mine, but he rates the main event 4 stars, where I struggle to go ahead more. I mean, 3 maybe. I'm inclined to go 2.5. It's not that good. Alright, it is a good match, don't get me wrong, but it's a proper middle of the road match. It's not brilliant. I don't think it's lived up well to the test of time, is what we'll probably say. Yeah, I think people judge this pay-per-view off of those 2 matches, alright? The undercard is not wonderful. It's not the worst you'll ever see. The opener's good, and I enjoyed the Lion's Den match a hell of a lot, but there are some shit in there. There's the Oddities match, and there's the New Age Outlaws match. Agar rated both of those dud matches, and I'm being just that tiny little bit more generous. Oh no, I gave one of them a dud. Yeah, if you want to give... I can't in good conscience give the Outlaws vs Mankind anything more than half a star, because it's just such a beatdown. There's no payoff for it. You know, if Mankind heroically wins, then different story. But yeah, I'm happy to give this one a 7 out of 10, maybe a 7.5. Look down below, and you'll know, ladies and gentlemen. Next up, we're doing another WCW one, which I've conveniently at this moment forgotten which one it is. It's all with Jay Leno. Yay, can't wait to see that one. Please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, leave me a lovely comment down below. I've been Mark P. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all very soon. Take it easy, guys. Oh, yes, one more thing before I go. Madison lies is a comment I made last week when we were at Fight Club Pro to my friend James, and we cried laughing. It basically goes like this. It's Madison Square Garden, yeah? It's not a square, and it's not a garden, so it's Madison lies, alright? If anyone picked up on that, please let me know down below. Or something. Take it easy, guys.